rhyming all of the time in. That's Tristan Sorrenthus and, of course, our beautiful cast of analysts, Yanko and Matthew, setting the scene perfectly. Let's get into it, though. It looks like an A-pop, and shock and awe seems to be the proposed strategy. 1xBet favoring the favorites. Who would have guessed it? 1-for-1 opens up, and the fact that Simple's down puts that armored CZ to bed. Boomage catches one, and it does look like they're going to commit, and just like that bit, finishes off the round nicely, leaving only Diho with nothing.
You just seen right. Oh, that was not too bad. 3 more to find those. This isn't going to be easy for D-Heart.
Oh, the ace site, bro. I mean, like, we're going to be talking about it a lot. We're going to be seeing it a lot. But I'm interested to know how much ENCE as a team coming in as the underdog, looking to surprise, are going to hit the less favored side. Yeah,
well, on the pistol round, you're seeing how quick and how easy it can all fall apart, right? The ranges of those USPs, if they can keep you one by one filing out of that A main corridor, you are just going to get slaughtered. Seems like a good idea, right? You know the smokes that you need, but it never seems to really work in the officials. So, good start here from Bit. The headshot, the first kill, that's what we'll be keeping our eyes on as well. We love his headshot percentage.
And don't forget just his incredible performance from IEM Cologne, now back to looking to replicate that. He had like one iffy game, I think, at the start of the group where they kind of fell off him and Electronic disappeared, but it seemed like the consistency has been there and they're looking fierce.
Oh, Simple's been run down.
Lots of pressure on him, and he's going to be jumped on. Okay, Spinks, a Deagle upgrade, very short-lived, and the FAMAS good for 2. Make it 3. Bit, Speak of the Devil, puts 3 in the feed, and the rest, well, it will fall into place nicely. The smokes are still up. If they drop a second temple, they might be able to plant. Bit's in a prime position to deny it.
Oh, Boomage is here now in Donut too. This one's done.
Yeah, he's going to get the ace if he's not careful. Hades finished off, and that's all 5. Wow, Bit. Newest arrival to NaVi, but you could be fooled. He looks very comfortable in that jersey.
Okay, well, right there, we got the shock, right? Simple was in awe of that fast donut push, but it didn't net them too much, right? You'd be loving to get a plant out of a round like this where you've heavily invested, and I just want to mirror, or at least echo some of the sentiments the desk is talking about. If ENCE are able to get their fast-paced style to work, then they can put NaVi in a position where they can be susceptible to losing rounds and spiraling out of control, but if you unfortunately lose the pistol, go for a force buy, you find yourself in this scenario right here where you're down to just a couple of light upgrades, no armor behind it whatsoever, and, well, Boomage, you know he loves that MP9, look at a farm. I have found Simple, so Spinks over towards mid does manage to get them a consolation frag, but with 3 players surviving and there's still a minute 25 on the clock here, going to be difficult for ENCE to find too much. Now, it's not that ENCE have slouches on Ancient either. I think if you look at a couple of their results, a few of them were in the Gamers Without Borders tournament. I know the desk and myself, we don't put too much weight.
I think we can consider that a show match.
Yeah, it's like an exhibition, the charity matches, right? There's always a different level of competition.
I mean, Spinks found one here. It'd be unlikely he gets fed another. Boomage keeps them held. Spinks has fallen, and the rest just thrown into this MP9 meat grinder. MP9s from Perfecto and Boomage filling the feed.
That's where you want to be, right? If you're able to get that B control on the CT side and hold the Ts back, that is really a big tick in the box to winning rounds and having a lot of map control across the board. But we are about to get into the gun rounds here. And so bided their time. They've now gotten out their AK-47s. And I was just having a little bit of a look on the history for ENCE in terms of the players and their ratings. Hades is the highest rated player for ENCE on Ancient, right? He's been their best player, at least
Isn't he the highest rated in general?
Yeah. So, but Ancient was one where I just wanted to specifically see, because an all-pro and impact on Ancient, we've seen it in mixed bags. It's that mid-control utility being limped on out here. So Spinks working on his little project while the rest of them are all corralled over towards the B site, following Snappy, the in-game leader, with the bomb. They've got plenty of util here to pincer onto the site. Boomage and Perfecto currently hold. Both with MP9, so they'd love to be able to play around the execute utility. So when you do see this hit come in from ENCE, expect these MP9s to be quite pushy in their face, trying to get a little bit slimy about things. Well, I say that, they've actually dipped on back out of dodge here. Boomage just ran away. Perfecto now isolated over towards the right-hand side of the big block. And they're completely smoked off, so they're just going to walk in for free here, ENCE.
Pretty much an uncontested plan. Game on. Bomb down, courtesy of Snappy. Rotates on its way. First contact found, and bomb now ticking. ENCE, their priorities here are to delay. And Frank's one of the best ways to do so. Pre-aim's good. They're ready for Perfecto to emerge out of his hidey hole. And a nice clear from Hades, gets away with it. 20 HP, heart still beating. They're taking multiple engagements. The flash from Simple sets them up, and now it's Boomich that's knocked 2 down. Problems now. They better have their lineups good for the defuse. Spinks is holding it. He better be willing to challenge. Oh my god, very close. Bodyguard is nicely, but they forced him off the bomb. That frag was everything from Doto. And so ENCE will convert, but by the skin of their teeth.
I can't believe they pulled that one off, right? NaVi retake utility. They knew exactly what they were playing for. They had the top of the B ramp smoked off. They had cave smoked off. It looked like they had this one every day of the week. So they jump out together.
Doto first. He starts spraying. It's Spinks that draws Bits crosshair.
Okay, so if Bits covering the left side of the pole, then it's likely that Simple gets the guy coming around the right, but he's gone for the odd fight, and that has netted the first round here for ENCE. Now, their money's still pretty rough. Look at it right now. We've got Galil's, 3 of which, 2 AKs, util there, and this same mid-util to take control here. NaVi, unable to contest here. Simple condemned to Donut. Bit smoked off towards the top red house, and now they start their crawl over towards A main. You've got 3 players, Doto, Diha, and Hades. Snappy not too far behind, and Spinks ready to pressure through Donut. Simple's about to be tested.
Yeah, he's got to do a lot here. Multiple targets, and already 2 have fallen. The bomb down. Simple just says no. ENCE denied upon entry. Spinks with something to say. Multiple targets, multiple angles, and his position is no secret. He's now isolated. Snappy's been caught elsewhere. So the man from Israel with 4 on his plate. And already catching some flack. Multiple targets, a hard transfer. It will be NaVi's, and immediately they condemn ENCE back into the pits of squalor.
Yeah, this is just going to be a pistol upgrade again here. So loss bonus is starting to build. That's one positive that we have going for ENCE. But if we just take stock of what's happened in the first 5 rounds of play. Pistol round, let's consider it a 50-50 round. They've gone A, they've got absolutely rinsed. The next round, they've gone for an upgrade into Tech 9s and util. If not a 50-50 round, we maybe call it 65-35.
Quick donut jobby,
yeah,
right?
they tried to do a split, right? We're talking about buys in that scenario, going for the force buy T side. 65-35 in favor of NaVi. NaVi dispel them over towards A again. The next round, it's just the light pistols. They get destroyed trying to go B, and now they're going B again.
Yeah, so much damage as well. At least 100 from 1 HE. That's not bad. D has used his MAC-10 and found an upgrade, which leads to another head. Oh, and Spinks as well is present. That has fallen apart fast for NaVi.
Might just be the save here. Simple and Bit, they're looking like they want to at least see what's going on. Bit's going to grab a nice one, and if he can find another frag here around the long corner.
He's looked so good, Chad, and he's not stopping anytime soon. Bit is here to play today. The quarterfinals bringing the best out of him. What is that? 13-2.
Oh, retake smokes. They have 2 right now. They can smoke off long. They can smoke off over towards cave, and they can just defuse the bomb here.
Kit on site. Kit on site needs to be retrieved. Doto to come up clutch. Smokes are up, kit's retrieved. Will Bit finish off with a 4th? They fake it out, they're not in a rush. They should be holding it now. Gonna have to hurry up, and that's the frag they were waiting for.
He's on it. It's gonna be close.
He kind of double tapped it, dude. He double tapped it. No.
Oh, just squeaking that one through there, NaVi. So ENCE, they've had more success when they've hit this B bomb site, right? My point was earlier, on the 3rd round of play, they had nothing. They just got destroyed. But when they did go B for the slow hit, they were able to get the bomb down. That was where they got their first round. This here was a force or a half-buy scenario that was a bit quicker over towards B. They get in again, they get the bomb down. B seems to be in the early stages, at least where there's a little bit more give from NaVi at the moment.
Yeah, but Bit, can we just slow your roll?
He's had an ace so far.
If he keeps this up, I think ENCE are going to really struggle to do anything aggressive and effective. I mean, look at how well that round started.
Yeah.
You've got the smokes down, bombs down, everyone's cool, but Bit and Simple had other plans. Call it 5. And now we get to see Hades on that AWP. Talking of Zoomers, get to see him. We also get to see probably a couple of you young guns over in our fan cams. Looks like it's a lot of fun. We've got some Brazilian NaVi fans as well.
All right, well.
Supported around the world.
Yeah, good to see people
HQ?
getting involved.
Oy, those pictures, the NaVi HQ.
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful looking spot. Imagine having a trophy cabinet that big.
Dude, I took a trip to G2's.
Yeah?
And I know Carlos isn't going to be happy about this, but NaVi's trophy case is bigger.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, much bigger.
Oh, dear.
His is just in the lobby. It looks kind of meek in comparison.
Wow, you've thrown down the gauntlet there to one Carlos. I think he's probably working on rebuilding that League of Legends team at the moment, though. So, bigger fish to fry is... Well, Doto, he's fried. Just mollied on down, perfecto. With a kill, doesn't even have to do anything, really. Just lob out a $600 grenade and away you go. So this is a great start here for NaVi. Now, don't know if everybody caught that little HLTV.org piece. You were telling me about it in the car on the way in. Simple saying this is a bit of a coin toss, huh?
Yeah. Well, his conversation was just that anyone that picks it has to accept or be aware that it is a coin toss. You don't know what your opponent's going to be, how prepared your opponent's going to be.
It's in flux, right?
It's so super, yeah, undetermined. I think his analysis was that there's always going to be a new nade, a new push, a new angle. And that leads to the volatility of it. So walking out mid now late, we didn't see the typical mid util, or at least they didn't try and profit from it, contained at that point. We're reaching the 50-second mark, and that one frag has really taken the pace out of this from ENCE. Perfecto, however, on one of his many jiggles, has met Hades' AWP, a reactionary smoke. Boomich to call for help, and Simple will oblige.
Well, they can still get locked out here. There's a smoke for Hades ready to be lobbed on out. That looks like it's over towards the cave or short side of the B-bomb site. There's a molly for the cubby and some flashes to work with here, but this is going to be difficult still for ENCE. Below 30 seconds now, they have to go.
Yeah, and Electronic starting his flank as well. This could be quick, this could be well timed. They're already aggressing, should be safe. Snappy's around the corner as well, but he's going for that punish on Cave. Their backs are turned, Spinks is booked, and it's all NaVi. You know where he is, but there's so many more to worry about. He goes hunting, and a missed shot leads to the end of ENCE on the 7th. That's a quick start for NaVi. I mean, you said it was the most or second most CT bias map, but it's still like that 55, isn't it? It's something 54.
Yeah, it's
floating.
That's the thing, right? How much? We're not talking like it's a 70-30 by any means, but it's up there in the mix. And you see Doto couldn't find any safe havens within the flames just there, getting burned alive. And that's great from Boomich. This is both bomb sites obviously very susceptible to the spam with the current way that teams are taking either of these sites, right? So difficult to get on in without taking any damage whatsoever. But here we go. It is another one of these lighter purchases out of ENCE.
Can we have like some A smokes tutorials, please, Rushley?
Here's the thing, that when they've gone A, Alex, they haven't gotten anything out of it, right? They're getting absolutely blanked over towards this side. They haven't gotten a plant when they've gone towards A.
Which one's D has? Because I know Snappy's. Yeah, I want to see this D has smoke. What are you cooking up? Spinks is holding his, but I think that's for later on in the piece, maybe the extinguish. Okay.
This looks like it should be Donut. I think it's going to bounce
likely
off the wall.
off the top of Temple. Okay, that's an easy donut, and then Temple thrown out by Snappy. Well, the util's in. You better have something prepared. Bit comfortable. Anti-flash, and the support again. Electronic sets them up this time. I have to say, I'm seeing some common trends in NaVi's defense. And I'll talk about it in a second, because D has just got one opportunity with a Tech-9, and he is unchecked. Could be a chance onto Electronic. But yeah, the trend, this common trend of seeing what Bit just did there as a prime example, just biding his time for the team flash and peeking late as they're all strafing out. It's exactly how they've been succeeding over on B as well. There's always a flash and that aggressive push. It seems like Bit typically is the one being set up.
One of the things that you can tell, right, because we never really get a look at the team communications, and for good reason, right? Yeah. First of all, a bunch of teams that don't speak English, so most of us aren't going to understand. Second of all, that's where the bloody trade secrets are, guys. But if you see a lot of these guys flashing for each other and they're peeking off of those flashes, that's when you know communication and teamwork is at its all-time high. Yeah, because you've got such a good mental image of what's coming towards you that the flash can win you around. $200, very, very, very well spent. Could boost, don't need to. This is going to be Aggie. Very
Aggie, and there's a bit of a containment tag. They know that Boomich has forced forward. Re-smoked.
Yeah, Snappy's given away that he was top mid with that util there as well, right? They haven't actually tried to creep through that very much. So Snappy aggressive will drop on back, and they are just going to look to finish over towards this B bomb site one more time. But that util has drawn 3 individuals. Electronic, Simple, and Boomich are all over here checking this out.
Oh.
I think Boomich is about to try and flash them out mid for some info. So pressure is on Perfecto on these jiggles, and it looks like he has enough time. There's that flash ready for Boomich. Perfecto will drop his smoke right now. That's going to buy him a buffer. So a bit of extra time here, but that also now allows ENCE to start setting up this execute towards B. Bit and Electronic are about to clear mid. They could both be on the flank. Boomich, Perfecto, and Simple are already on the site, so they're more than ready for this one.
This bodes so well. I mean, there's zero secret now as to what ENCE are up to. They've solved all the mysteries. And now it's just a question of execution. Execution will be light, a smoke, a Molotov. 3 flashbangs. Good luck, have fun. 30 seconds, they're looking to break NaVi here. That's a T-smoke, denying Simple. More in the air, trying to find Hades with them. Oh, speaking of aggression, oh my goodness, Electronic's got them both booked. It's worked twice. Good for it. No concern for that late ledge play, and now the crossfire established. Electronics back and in the cave. An easy denial. The ENCE are booked. here. 15 seconds, a 2v2 courtesy of that Diha and Hades pairing. But he's just so low. Good luck, mate. It will be denied. One to the thigh and another for NaVi.
Wow, it just seems too easy, doesn't it? Like, I know it gets down to a 2-on-2, but it never looks like an unlosable scenario there for NaVi. They just have so many barbs here, and they just keep sticking it straight through ENCE's heart. This is their map choice.
Yeah, it hurts.
The thing is, look, I'm sure that they're going to be happy taking this risk, but if it falls flat and they lose like 16-4, that's going to really, really suck. On the other side of things, if they can keep this close, it's not looking good right here, right now. You go into Nuke, you're going to be a little bit confident for ENCE on Nuke, even though it's a great map for NaVi. ENCE love it too.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed the way they play.
Like this, fast.
Yes, this is it. This is the ENCE flavor. And as I say that, Spinks gobbles up a flashbang and Simple's here to ruin the day of Doto. There you go. Boom, it's down. More to come. Hard fight for Doto to be trying to win, and the bomb unlikely to be planted. They're all here. They're all here, and Simple will just find them straight through that smoke.
Oh dear, okay. I think this is the worst case scenario starting to manifest now. One of the things that Maniac was pointing out is you need to force NaVi to respect you so that you can actually play Counter-Strike. I know that sounds silly.
No, it doesn't.
Right? But you need to be able to force them to go, okay, well, we can't just push. We can't just jump through smokes like Simple just did. He's just launched through a smoke, out cave to fight them while they're taking side. He got no care in the world.
Yeah.
Things are going fantastic.
And you know, typically players are quite slow on their cave flanks as well. I think Electronic's been taking some liberties. He's behind them so quick. Once he had that mid info, it's just a question of timing, and he seems to have struck it perfectly twice.
Oof, things are not going well over there for ENCE at all. We currently have the highest fragger of Hades with 6, Spinks with 5, 4 apiece for Diha and Doto, and poor Snappy yet to find a kill. Now that I've mentioned that, everybody, he's about to get one, so don't you worry.
That is how it works.
We've just removed the curse.
Now, I will admit, Chad, I'm ready to have some hope, and I'm not ready to get on your, you know, NaVi 16-4 train.
Okay.
It kind of hinges on this round, though.
All right, all your eggs in this basket.
It's all in this round. I want to see something different. Diha on the A-Lurk, it's a bit of a better variation. He's been effective on that in my show match, for sure.
Well, they've lost mid already.
I like this, though, from Hades. He's favored here. And he, oh, no, just short of the mark. Need the trade from Snappy, and he gets it for the heavy blood price. Down to 18 points of health. Good luck, mate. Yeah, may as well use your util because you're about to catch one on the nose. Saved from the first. Simple deals with Spinks' aggression. And ENCE, yeah, okay, I'm starting to...
You see, they're not respecting him.
To jump on board. They're not at all. I mean, this is not the same NaVi that you can force to play, you know, a different game.
Oh, watch how easy this kill's about to come to Electronic. Ah, dearie me.
But the way Yanko put it as well is like, you can't beat NaVi at their own game. And right now, NaVi don't even need to play their own game.
But the thing is, it's not like ENCE haven't had chances to rumble them. They have, right? And that fast, scrappy B that they had earlier, they get in the site and they were able to get...
2v4 retake.
Exactly, right? They don't lose that. All right. There's a chance for a different narrative. You had the one where they were able to hightail out mid, run down Simple in Donut. I think Spinks was the one who killed him with the jumping Tech 9. That was an opening, right? If they were able to then convert that and have more chaos behind that and get a round out of that, you know, completely different conversation. But you guys have just tuned in. The scoreline is currently 10-1, and it's not looking like that's going to change anytime soon because back down to pistols.
Do you know something that's been missing from this T-side events? It's interesting, but it's like that Red Room presence. Like, we haven't, they throw the mid util, but we know how effective it can be in the Ninjas T-sides. We haven't seen anything in mid, and as I say that, Spinks, on his mid presence, has dealt with Simple's hunt.
Yeah, not happy with that one there, Simple. You can see his reaction on the cam on the way out, but a 4v5, this is one of the best opportunities we've had from ENCE in quite a while. Now, their buy doesn't look great, but their numbers do. The util not bad either, and if they can swarm this B bomb site, that might be the wrong call. There's 3 players currently stood strong. Boomich in cave, Electronic and Perfecto were tagged or teamed up, and it's just Bit really on his lonesome. To be fair, I stand away from Bit right now. So yeah, maybe B is the right option here.
Yeah, I think, you know, they come to his site twice. He kills 3 of you, then 4 of you. I think you're like, maybe we'll try the other letter. Now, the setup is stacked. And perhaps if they could get the bomb down, the avenue through ramp is open for business. A nice little lineup from Snappy does force Electronic to pay attention. He gets the info here, Spinks, but the AK was juggled. It doesn't matter. Electronic holds the line, all the bullets he needs. Hades the last on the menu, and he doesn't get back into cover. Okay, well, A bomb plant's nice.
Yeah, bomb plant's pretty good.
Yeah, people
max
like
loss
those.
bonus, they can buy now, but you're seeing right there the power of that cave position as well. So Ancient is still evolving, but in that approach right there, smoking the left and the right sides, you're able to get into the side and get the bomb down. That's what we saw. But if you push past the magic line, these are great fights for Electronic. It doesn't look like it should be, but it's awkward for both teams because there could be players in CT spawn spamming through the smokes. There could be, you know, a lot more distractions going on here, and just able to close out with that cave and lamps control. 11 now the score reads, and yeah, look, it'd be wild of me to say things are running away from ENCE. They've already run away. Now it's just seeing if they can catch up at all. 11-4 on the half. We know this has a CT buy, so let's see. Let's keep a little bit of faith just here in the Easy for ENCE project as they take their third timeout.
We all just saw Electronic do something that we're all familiar with. It's that face you make when you think you've been baited by your teammate. You know, he's like, trade, trade, trade. He's looking at Boomich, shouting at him. We've all been there.
We've all been there. That's what happens when you play with Rush. He never trades.
Oh, or you play wingman with Henry and he just tucks his toes. He goes, trade me. He then dies and then falls very silent when that aforementioned trade didn't come in.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, a tut of the tongue. Says a lot. Now let's get into it. Could last few rounds, and as Chad has outlined, this is the best buy we've seen in some time. Hades saving his pennies for this exact weapon. And a lot of mid-presence from NaVi. Doto's not ready for this.
Oh,
No way.
look at the nades.
No way. What a shake-up from NaVi. A perfect little shake-up. Just as ENCE tried to knock on the mid door. Trajectory sold him a little bit there. Snappy could be false info as Electronic just burrows himself into the smoke. Back is turned, and that's a collection. You need to see a little more out of him as he's coming into Bit's domain. Or at least the bomb is. D here and Hades partner up. They're not in a rush here, but looking to find...
Look where Simple is.
What is that angle? Is he up?
He's on the little ledge. So he's actually allowing them to cross completely into the site here. So if he didn't think the A-bomb site was filthy enough, check this one out.
Yeah, and he can catch any one of the going for that box side plant. They will smoke him off. Let's see his reaction. It's good smoke, actually. That's a really good smoke. Covers most of the side.
Almost all of the temple.
Don't put your toes in his little hidey hole.
Make sure the smoke isn't fading
There is
either
no
here, boys.
smoke,
This is
Donut.
going to get real dicey.
Oh, they got to kill Bit. They have to clear Donut. They haven't yet. That's the frag. Simple reacts. They know where he is as well. In a smoke, looking a little dodged. Trying to get away, delay. That's his elbow. Good find from Snappy and good eyes as well. Info on the first. They don't know about Boomich's Donut, but they're not in a rush just yet. Pause. Find the info. One was L. And Boomich hands an L to Snappy. It's a capital one as well. Looking like a 12th. Hades looking to come up clutch. He's the highest rated member of ENCE. He's looked fantastic at times, and he's got the info now. Time, a matter of urgency, and he's hoping Perfecto's temple. Takes a gamble. It leads to 12.
I don't envy any player left in that scenario on the T side. What are you actually meant to do? If I go to fight them, they'll just run away. If I go to plant, I'm open to everywhere. What are you meant to do? And they've gone for this mid play again. NaVi reading them like a book here. Electronic up close and personal. Simple and Bit there ready to fight as well. The fact that Snappy gets this one, yeah, it evens things up, starts to make it a little bit closer. Simple's missed smoke also keeps him pinned to that corner. So Snappy's done a great job to try and turn this round on its head. But before Hades, it's like, you feel like you'd want to save, but when the scoreline was already 11-1, now 12-1, that's not the option, right? The option is we need rounds and we need them now. And this is just going so quick, right? We know what we're going to get up next on Nuke.
Oh, but I wanted a quarterfinal.
Well, it is a quarterfinal.
Yeah, but like a...
Well, let me sell it to you and everybody at home like this. NaVi are right now on track to win the Intel Grand Slam, to be the third team to ever do so. Right? We've had Liquid before them. We've had Astralis before them. NaVi winning back-to-back lands in back-to-back years due to the whole COVID situation, now have an opportunity to get it done in Pro League with Gambit out of the tournament. NaVi are playing some great Counter-Strike here today, and, well, just as we're starting to build them up, they're getting torn on down. So ENCE maybe finding their second round here, Alex.
Yeah, maybe, but don't let me stop you. But I think reading the Blade interview, his words were that they're using the Intel Grand Slam as a motivating factor. I think Bit's made no secret that he's a bit tilty, that he's had the first taste of that dreamy LAN experience, the emotions he described being much more different. But, I mean, he still looks like he's got his feet up and is fragging up a storm here in the online environment. Another one goes down with him. He's so punishing. He will take two on a bad day. Bombs in. That's not bad. This is cooking up for a second here, Chadney.
Looking good, actually. have the number advantage. Hades also going to be on a great flank there. That will catch them off guard. No utility right now for Na'Vi to operate with, and this should be destined to be ENCE's second round.
Oh, but look at the find. Boomage catching that plateau player. Hades is going to be the fail-safe. There shouldn't be any issue with him just denying the defuse, but he's going looking, which gets me just a little nervous. He's told the information across. Perfecto down, he knows where you are, and Spinks is playing Ring Around a Rosie.
He's on 2 HP though.
He is.
Oh.
Taking the fight, dude.
All right. Well, showing some balls there, and we're going to need that from ENCE here. Now, that's actually not too bad overall, but Na'Vi, they're not going to have their money broken. Plenty of cash to splash. You're going to drop the guns across. They're looking great here. You'd love to get yourself to that 13 mark if you're Na'Vi.
Yeah, look.
12-3 is great. 13-2 is better.
You've got to show some balls when you're on ENCE, right? I mean, I think Alu owns some of the organization.
That's true. I think, yeah, it's in a contract or something along those lines. But here we go. Let's see. ENCE, do you have another consolation round in you here? Or is it looking like Na'Vi are going to push your nose down into the dirt? Exchange of util in mid. Bit over towards B at the start. They are so confident it's not A. They started with 4 players B. Now Bit's rotating all the way over. Perfecto lucky to be alive here, dancing around the smokes and flames and flashed off. There you go. Hades with an entry. The trade is there. And they're coming fast now after Boomage.
Yeah, and that's why I was just thinking about it, like seeing this, like, oh, they've got the banana control, the equivalent. You know, they've used their early Molotovs, early smokes, and taken and denied that from the T's, but a quick pop flash through the smoke, and just like that, the engagement's won, the territory is theirs. What do you do with this, though? A divided Na'Vi. Bit's playing very passive. He wants to be ready to rotate should he be required. He's responsible for the mid-slip as well.
Yeah, so right now, Snappy actually taking the bomb all the way back through spawn. I think this is going to be telling of where they are going to finish. Now, is it going to be everybody through A main, or is it going to be with a bit of a mix-up and have somebody late through Donut? Because Simple right now is the pressure point of the A bomb site. In Donut with the AWP, he's low on HP, just 26, and he has to worry about mid as well as this A finish. So you can see here, just picking and choosing when the intuition allows it. And
oh, electronic.
Yeah, that info play right now from Na'Vi couldn't have been better timed.
It was so silent. He literally just walked down.
The cavalry's coming.
Yeah, and they'll be there in time. Like, D has just got to the mouth of A, and so has 3 members of Na'Vi.
Uh-oh.
Util's here, a lovely gap for Simple to work his magic. The flash, however, gets them across safely. I say, with bated breath, more frags in the feed from Na'Vi. D can't find them. He knows they're walking 3 bullets. It's insufficient, and only Spinks up against the Wild with 5 seconds left. It will be 13, and I think there's no doubt that is a little of an unlucky number, certainly for ENCE. Looking to close out ENCE's map pick. Nuke could be just a few rounds away.
Hades has contributed a lot during this Pro League. First of all, he's an amazing player, and he's an amazing guy to play with, so he's just a driving force that kind of keeps us going forward. He wins a lot.
NaVi, they were here by the bye, top of the group, and now head-to-head with ENCE. ENCE's pick, trying to throw that ancient curveball. Simple knows it's a coin toss. Haven't seen them pick it, but definitely comfortable on it, Chad. 13 on their defense.
Looking great for Na'Vi here, so let's see how quick they can make this one come to a close.
Now then, glass cannon on the dual berets.
Yeah, look, you know, you got to try something. Things aren't going well. Maybe Snappy can show us how fantastic they really are. Decoy out mid, and away we go over towards the B bomb site here. Now, the bomb is still in T-spawn, so Na'Vi won't be going anywhere too fast. Simple having a look. 1x bet odds on your screen, and wow, okay, that one has blown out, hasn't it? Simple's got 3 fights here against the USP. Shouldn't be favored for any, and not even looking his way. D-Hard just gifts himself over to the god himself. It's a sacrifice, a ritual.
Okay, well, Hades has fallen once again into the underworld, and Doto has been handed something, a little manageable. Let's not forget, he wanted to play against Simple.
Yeah, well, Perfecto can go A with the bomb, and Electronic knows that Doto is on B right now. So unless Doto starts running right this second, Perfecto should get into the site and be able to plant.
Depends on his plan.
But Electronic has, right now, he has a smoke, a flash, and a USP.
Ooh, it is dreamy.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
Doto
Well,
has won a clutch or two. We've seen him.
there's a kit in mid, and he might have to take the detour. They're both in donut. Hello, and some trajectories will give him info. There's a world here where Doto puts ENCE's pistol in the pocket. He has to clear right, and he has it. He opted for the left. Adjustments aren't far off, but there's 14, and that kind of condemns the ENCE comeback dream. No real avenue back into Ancient here.
And we know that ENCE already love a force buy, right? So there's no conversation that we would be having in any world where we'd be like, all right, they're going to eco and then try and get every single round possible in a row
Force
off of a third round buy. Yeah,
13 in a row.
that ain't going to happen. So this is really it. If ENCE lose this, the next round, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same buy that you're seeing right now pretty much again, maybe with an extra MP9 or two.
And I'm calling it now. I've been to the future, and we've got that Boomich Mac 10. Whenever he gets that in his hands, it's like he gets like a free day card. He's allowed to just go do what he wants.
Pass.
Yeah, he gets a hall pass. Teachers can't stop him, and nades can.
Oh.
And, yeah, first blood is drawn, and here goes the last few rounds of play.
Now, Blade did say it's just 3 more series to get the Intel Grand Slam, but if you go even further, if they can just win without losing a map, it's only 7 more maps. And you know what? NaVi, they want to speed run it. They're going to go, how many rounds are we going to lose? Let's keep that as low as possible too.
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget, this is about legacy. It's there's only a couple of names in the Intel Grand Slam list. There is 2. Stralis, Liquid, and NaVi. And Blade made it very clear that he believes having their name partnered up with that leaves the mark that they're intending to do so. It marks your power spike as a team as well.
The one that was slightly delayed, right?
Yeah, precisely.
To be fair, though, let's be honest with ourselves here for a second. The team that won Katowice 2020 and the team that we get now with Bit, I know it looks like the same team when they're dominating, but Bit is a real revelation. He is, I don't want to call him a safety net for the team, but he is now somebody who we can rely on to contribute more often than not. Yeah. And that's crazy, because we already had Simple and Electronic.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. When you start thinking about it that way, it does get a little intimidating. For anyone.
I don't know. Like, there's a lot of good Counter-Strike players out there, right? But to see where Bits come from, and the fact that he's already turning his nose up at online, right?
Yeah, he just went to his first LAN, Chad.
And he won it.
His first LAN, he won it, and it was a multiple hundreds of thousands dollar event. Oh, dear. I mean, it's IEM. His first LAN was IEM. He didn't have to put his PC in any car
Setting
boots.
the bar very low.
Yeah.
Right? Setting the bar very low. And I'm sure the next LAN that NaVi will go to will be the Stockholm Major, assuming that they qualify. So, you know, wouldn't that be the way for him to start his career? Yeah, the first 2 LANs I went to were IEM Cologne, we won it, and the Major, yeah, we won that too.
That's like giving a baby's first, like, real food. It's like Wagyu steak. Like, everything is just going to be worse from now on.
Oh, we're spoiling Bit.
We are, but
well,
I mean...
I guess NaVi is spoiling Bit.
He's the new gen, though, right? Like, every team has got 1 or 2 names from this new breed, and it's very hit and miss into how well integrated they are, how much they hit the ground running, how complete of a player they can become at what rate. There we go. That's a sentence. And I think for me, you know, Bit is one of the top of the list in terms of just really taking to this NaVi roster. It's not like it's going to be easy. There must be such a barrage of information, complexities, personalities.
Yeah, you're playing with Simple.
Yeah.
Right? The good and the bad parts of that.
Bingo. Spinks has got something for me to talk about. Let's see.
He's dead.
Okay. Doto, however...
He's up next.
I don't want to say their names because then they just die. Doto. Oh, there you go. Well, he's got some more in the tank and chipping away at Perfecto for his second. Hades aggressing. This is the right move, and that's the right frag. ENCE are kicking up a bit of a fuss here. Walking in on that smoke, he's got a lot of room. But as soon as they plant, it's very possible that if with Bit busy...
And the fade too.
He just pushes in.
I think this one might be done. Another good opportunity for ENCE here has just disintegrated right in front of our eyes.
Good word, Free. Yeah, petered out. We are watching as the slow final finish of our 16th. And it is going to be a quick one here on Ancient. We only need 18 rounds to give NaVi the first in the series, and that's exactly what you'd expect from a team chasing the Intel Grand Slam. 1 map away, and it will be Nuke. ENCE have shown and bared their teeth on Nuke so far to qualify for the playoffs. Let's see if they can do better than the 16-2.